I'm sure you've noticed in your daily life that men are becoming weaker and weaker and weaker. You can check for yourself. I can't be fucked to do editing, not for a while, but the testosterone levels have sharply declined since the 50s, mostly to do with plastic. So this is when you noticed it, when plastic started being introduced in the food supply. So microwave dinners, for example, that's when most of it, because plastic is very esogenic, I don't know how to pronounce it. So anything that you eat with plastics, and this is for women as well, do not eat anything to do with plastic. So for example, a microwave meal is already pretty bad for you, but especially if it's heated in plastic, anything that, when plastic gets hot, is really bad for your testosterone. But what you've seen is like the parameter of high testosterone, or like acceptable levels of testosterone, is going freaking lower and lower. The numbers lower and lower and lower. So for example, I actually had my testosterone checked out. This is probably because of finasteride, isn't it? January last year, and it was like bad. It was like 212 or some shit. A lot of this was caused the finasteride, depression, going back to London, you know, admitting defeat when I shouldn't have. But it was bad. And even that was below the level where the NHS. But then if you ever try to get testosterone treatment in the NHS, it's evil. It's evil in it, how they don't help you in it. Whereas if if your woman wants to be a man, they're like, yeah, say no more. Take that. So, you know, many men in the NHS, you end up killing themselves, innit? But what I've noticed with is where men have become, you know, the bar, hard times make hard men, easy times make weak men, something like that, I'm paraphrasing. But this generation of men is by far the weakest I've ever seen, by far. Not necessarily everywhere, like Russia. Obviously, Russia and Ukraine are doing the thing right now, but the men in the West are weak. They're really weak. But the men in Asia are worse. They're worse. They're so pathetic, joke man here. And I don't. It's done by design. It's done, yeah. Think about it. The reason why they're allowing this to happen is men are the most difficult. This is what Andrew Tate talks about. Men are the most difficult subsection, like in the, I don't know, between 60 and 45 is a dangerous subsection, because they're soldiers. They're the people who can revolt and overthrow ops. Let's just say that. I'm going to keep it a little bit cryptic. To overthrow ops. So this is why, like, they're making them become more weak. So you gotta think, yeah, you've seen this shit. For me, the fake YouTube warriors are the worst. That Tyro, he's a big op, because he's scamming my people in it. But that's a little bit of a paraphrase. But especially I noticed this in Asia, yeah. You know, it's like you see, yeah, women. I don't know. I assume it's increased as well. The level of let's call it lesbianism, yeah, has increased exponentially. I've noticed this. I can't remember in Europe, but especially in Thailand, there's so many bad women, you know, nice girl with some butch thing in it. But the reason is, I understand it, I'm thinking about it. The men are so pathetic in it right now, they're so joke. So the girls are thinking, would I rather be with a joke man, or I'd rather be with a butch girl and not have no stress? That's why lesbianism is increased, because the girls are like, he's a joke man, so I might as well go with a girl and have less stress, because they got their things in it. Let's just say they got attachments. So, but then the men, like, I'm looking at, because on my Proton VPN, yeah, it was signed to Japan. So I'm getting the Japanese adverts, and Japanese are weird people, man. Their adverts are crazy. There's some stupid shit in it. But what I do notice is this the men shit. They have this shit like freaking facial mask and shit. That shit gay. What kind of man them does that? Okay, it's important to care for my skin. I've got decent skin. I've never used that shit. Ugh, that shit gay. No offense, I'm not homophobic one little bit, but I mean that shit feminine. And you see the amount of adverts in Japan, it was all that skincare and shit. That's, what kind of man shit is that? And especially, bearing in mind, yeah, Japan is a bad man freaking, Japan done some crazy shit. They done I won't call it, let's say the massacre of Nanjing, yeah. They killed 30,000 civilians in 2 weeks. They were raping freaking women, burning babies alive. Doing some fuck shit. Japan crazy. They done some evil. Let's just say that not long ago, yeah. I've seen the skeletons with my own freaking eyes with my girlfriend in Nanjing. I was like, yo, So that would have been fucked if they were real skeletons. And she was like, they are real skeletons. I was like, what? It was a block up, like a burial site. If you go Nanjing, you'll see what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is men have become weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And don't listen to these fake warrior joke man YouTubers who, just because you're hate doesn't mean nothing. You get sliced up. And I'm not saying, you know, this is just for informational purposes only, but you think big hench, all that is look, I'm a skinny guy, you get sliced up. I'll tip you into a car, I'll throw you off a building. That's what a real man is. A real man is a man who has the ability to inflict violence. Of course it is, isn't it? Like you can have how much bench press as you want, because that's a girl shit, you know. Like bodybuilding, it's more like a bodybuilding pageant. I'm not, it's feminine, innit? Look at these man posing and shit. You think that shit's just gay. It is. And by gay, what I'm referring to is feminine. But that shit feminine. Let's just say that, feminine. It's gay. So, Jesus, listen to these man like getting hench and shit. Okay, I don't mean getting hench is not. Look, you want to have lean, thick muscle. No, not thick, like visceral, like hard. So like, you know, gymnasts, for example, have a fleck physique. So that's why you should work on rings. You see what I'm talking about? Like these henchmen who they just get destroyed. They're gassed out. Someone like Bradley Mann, dickhead, talking shit about fight. Someone like him, obviously he's big, and he's an athlete as well. But I'm saying like, men are becoming weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker by the day, and it's by design. So stop having your plastics. Pick up some war shit in it. Start doing some war shit. And testosterone's kind of like it is a little bit of a, I haven't tested my testosterone in a while, but the last time it was low, like 220 or something, low. So a lot of it is obviously because of not getting sunlight, you know, being indoors all the time. Like now, I'm thinking to myself, there's a park, obviously the park that I always upload. Why don't I work there? You know what I mean? I got my freaking block Aces connection. Zoom. Like, there's no point to be, because even where I am, there's not that much light. Some light gets into it, but I realized yesterday when I worked out in the afternoon, how much you need. Even though my circadian rhythm is 10 out of 10, like I woke up at 5:30 or something. I'm excited, I've got shit to do, I get up. But obviously you want to link you want to wake up as soon as the sun comes out. I can tell instant, my brain knows, instant, I'm awake. But like the way that the men have been getting destroyed, like, well, it's not easy to be an average guy, you know. Being an average guy is like, compared to an average girl, because at the end of the day we're just trying to reproduce. Average girls, even some dusty guy is getting messages on dating apps. But the average guy, if you don't do cold approach and you're not confident, because when you got a super aura, then gal them chat to you, innit? But that isn't easy to achieve the super aura, innit? I mean the real super aura, basically killer aura, innit? When you achieve that, then that writes the game. That rewrites the game. But if you're just some average guy who doesn't work on himself that much, whose only perception of getting gal is via online dating, which is obviously stupid, then obviously you're gonna get no gal in it and you're gonna be hateful. And then these are the people who shoot up freaking shopping malls and shit. So with men, like, number one, you gotta get your war shit up. Don't be, yeah, okay, it's good to do gym, but like, you might as well do rings. Quick ring workout, humble, is cheap. And I checked the weather in London, it wasn't even that bad. It was like 12 degrees, obviously global warming. But get on your war shit, like, you know that shit in London, like throwing axes at shit. It's expensive, but at least that's some war shit. You know, obviously, I always recommend Muay Thai because it comes from war. Jiu-jitsu, not sports jiu-jitsu. Do some Gracie jiu-jitsu. Don't do no freaking stupid dumb shit in it. Ground freaking butt scooting. You just get a freaking soccer kick straight up. Boom! Or stomped. You don't want to get stomped. But yeah, get your war shit. You really want to be a man here, you gotta get your kill shit up. Level up the kill skills. So whether that's shooting bow, blocking arrow. I know in UK it's you know what I mean, it's a warrior culture, but the government is evil and oppressive. So either way you can do it, like you can shoot guns in the UK. Like I shot my only strap, I was clean with it. Pigeon shooting, and I didn't miss. First two shots, bap, bap, bap. I only missed a couple shots in it. That's the only time I've shot a gun in my life. But I was clean with it because I was the amount of hours in Call of Duty and Halo. But get your war shit up. If you really want to be a man, don't listen to these fake joke man YouTubers, because when I can see into people's souls in it, I know these man capping. I know when someone's lying. Don't listen to these man. Just get your war shit up. Just do the hood shit in it. Like how you know how kids are when they're like young boys, just do hood shit in it. Like, you know, obviously with Khabib he was fighting bears. You don't necessarily be fighting bears. Just wrestle in it. Do some hood shit, swingers. Just learn some judo. Fuck shit up in it. Be a man. You know, if you're just some soy boy joke man who's having plastic and fucking You know, don't get no natural light, no vitamin D. Like playing games, even playing games. If you're doing some Kratos shit, if you're playing God of War, yeah, you're doing some Badman shit. That's better. That's good. That's good. Good, Karasho, good. Cause that is war shit. So cultivate your war spirit. Where in video games, shooting, busting straps, slashing shit up, kicking a tree, whatever in it. Otherwise, you're gonna be a soy boy joke, man. Cause at the end of the day, yeah, of course, this is a bit of a ramble. You take two guys. One guy is hench. He looks aesthetic, you know, he's kind of gay, innit? Other guy, some freaking, you know, skinny guy or some skinny fat guy. And one guy has, you know, years of MMA experience. He's a killer. Other guy has done fuck all. Who do you think is more appealing to a woman on a biological level? Some joke man who is who's just mirror boy, basically a girl with a dick, or a man who can actually kill and protect her. You tell me, innit? Like and subscribe again, call calendar down, link in the description. I can help you leave the West, flee the West, because it's a shithole. Bye bye.